Nice one, mate. A little funky.
Hey guys.
Hi everybody.
How's
Welcome
it going?
back. What we're doing today, D?
Good episode today.
Yeah.
Two guitars that look fairly different, but are actually identical, except for the tops. Bracing's the same.
Backs and sides?
Backs and sides are the same. Laminate, mahogany. Tops, quite different. This is a Sitka top. That is a mahogany. So 66. So an AD 66.
Solid Sitka, solid mahogany
AD 60.
on laminated backs and sides.
Yes. Specifically, what is fascinating, been doing some little testing with the tops that we have here, is just how different the resonance and the note and the response
Just of the wood.
just from the top, from the solid top.
You've got a really soft wood in Sitka, spruce. We use spruce in guitar making because weight to strength ratio is really good. So it's soft, super resonant, but can be quite stiff compared to other things. When we're dealing with something which is 2.5, 3 mil thick. And then we have mahogany, which is a completely different type of tree. And from a cellular level, they grow different. They're in different climates, everything. One's a hardwood, one's a softwood. Yeah. And hardwood and softwood trees, Sitka comes from the northwest, up in northwest of America and Canada and Alaska. Then you've got mahogany, which we're using from Africa. Or if you're using, American mahogany.
What's it actually called? It's got a particular name.
Kaya. So we use Kaya all the time. Okay. Some people use Sapele, but we prefer Kaya. So it's a hardwood versus a softwood, basically. So that's what you're dealing with. When it comes down to tone, I think sometimes people run out of words to describe mahogany. They say it's focused. Like everybody uses the word focus. Okay, I get that. Middly, woody, yes, it can be. But I think hopefully going to show you today is mahogany can be very open. Tonal reach can also be very broad. Certainly broad enough. When you're dealing with an entry-level instrument, which these are, and you've got laminated backs and sides, how do they perform? What is it all in the top? Are we asking for the backs and sides to be part of that tonal delivery? So when it says focus, you something like this. It's got a real sparkle in the top, right? So it's very broad sounding. You're probably going to get a bit more treble from your instrument. Both got loads of bass. That's got a load of bass, actually.
Yeah. I think this about these. I feel that I can hear low mid, very low mid. I can hear like 100 hertz, 120, 140, 150, around there somewhere. That sound is coming out more. Yeah. But why is that happening?
That's probably from the backs and sides more than the top, I think, because they don't have the clarity of solid wood on the backs and sides. But we use very high quality laminates. Our mahogany laminates are actually all mahogany. So the middle is mahogany, the outside piece is mahogany, and the inside. So it behaves more like solid wood than most laminated guitars. Yeah. We do that through design, and we pay extra for that because it does impact the tone. Yeah. And then the bracing. The bracing makes it different. We let our mahogany guitars really sing because we use a lighter bracing approach. And I think that sometimes why mahogany gets a little bit of a bad rep, not bad, it's that limitation of this focus sound is because many guitars, if you're using a hardwood and you overbuild them and there's too much in the struts underneath and that top.
So when you're talking about overbuilding things, you're talking about too much bracing?
Correct.
Right.
So if you've got like heavy bracing on a mahogany top, that's going to be really tight. There's a lot of structural integrity going on there. Then you might like that for certain reasons. It'll certainly cut through, or they'll have lots of clarity and there'll be lots of sustain. You're taking the warmth away from it somewhat, you're taking certainly a broad tonal reach. Where we approach our building in a more lighter way, especially with FS6, so we allow this mahogany top to move a lot. And I think that's why we're getting a lot of that sort of nice tonal broad palette than you might expect.
It's going to be really interesting hearing them side by side to hear what's happening.
And we do have the tops here. Yeah. So we were playing around with these before. So this is mahogany. That's what it looks like without any paint on it. It's quite light. And you some nice resonance, a certain tone to it. This is totally different. night and day, right?
But yeah. And sounds like it's a couple of tones above, you know, the musical note.
Yeah.
And one could be C and one could be E or something.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's hugely impactful. The amount of structure you put in the guitar to allow whatever that does to impact the sound and move. And then you got the quality of the backs and sides. These guitars are both the same. So actually when we A and B them, it's all about the top. Everything else about these guitars is exactly the same. Except this has got a sunburst on it. We'll do those now, and you know, hopefully you can hear that. We'll do some tap testing as well. We'll just expose the difference from a more, you know, raw material aspect, because the guitars are completely identical otherwise. And we'll show you that if you build Mahogany right, they can be a very articulate, you know, quite a wide sort of reaching projection than often I think it's associated with. Thanks for joining, everybody.
Cheers, guys.
See you later.
See you next time.